Just getting things set up here. Make sure that everything's all. Make sure everything's all sounds fine. Just getting set up here. Make sure everything's all. Okay, sounds fine there. Anyway, hello everyone, this is Supreme Queen, and today I'm bringing you another Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist live stream. And with today's live stream, I'll be completing the GX series, which I think is about 18 duels I counted. So I'll be doing those duels in this one, and then they'll be doing 3 more streams after this, different days that is, for 5e X and Arc 5. And before I get in the stream, I know I went over this in my last stream, but for anyone wondering, why is your channel named Supreme Queen? Why are you saying Supreme Queen? Well, Supreme Queen is the new nickname and watermark I'm going by from now on, and I go by the she, her pronouns because I'm female. So if you could refer to me as Supreme Queen with the she, her pronouns, I'd really appreciate it, and thank you very much. Anyway, on to the stream. Since the last stream, I actually went and did all the reverse duels to the ones I finished, and I finished off all the duel challenges that were unlocked from that. So that's why the points are higher than it was last time. Let's make sure the sound this is okay. Okay. Want you to be able to hear the game and hear me talk here. So yeah, and also let's see here. Okay, let's see how this. I'll wait till the dual screen comes up because the last screen was like a little bit quiet in the music. I just want to make sure like this is not too loud or too quiet, so you can actually hear me talk. And also might change up decks so you don't see me using my Odd Eyes Magician deck the whole time. Okay, hopefully you can hear me over the game. Okay, hopefully you can hear me over the game. Sounds fine. If at every time this is too loud, I'll just turn it down so you can hear me, because I'd rather you kind of hear me over the game itself. Might turn that down actually a little bit there. Oh, don't want that playing. Also, sorry if I'm kind of like trying, because sometimes I'm really bad at multitasking, especially when it comes to like talking about something and then doing this at the same time. So sorry if I end up stuttering while either talking about something or with the game itself. I'm bad at multitasking. But yeah, reason I've been kind of out, like not streaming for a while, is because it's just busy, some personal life stuff, and with other things like content creating and other things. So because I actually just finished doing my Let's Play series on the Metroid Prime trilogy, and of course that's on my YouTube channel, so you can always check it out on there. Which that was on normal mode, which I actually might go back and do it on veteran mode if people want to see that, because I know I still have to get one of those tokens on the third game, which you can only get through a replay of the game when you have a full logbook, which is a glitch scan. So I might actually, that's what I've been thinking about, redoing it. And so you can see a more like I guess faster Let's Play, because then I won't be scanning everything. You know, that takes a lot of time, and of course trying to get every token there is. But yeah, calling myself out though, like every time I watch the scene where Samus remembers her deceased friends at the end of the third game. So like the end of the third game, that scene where Samus remembers her deceased friends, Rondez, Gordon, Gendra, it just makes me emotional every time. Like I just cry. I just like, I love Rondez, Gordon, Gendra so much. I just miss them. I really wish they could be brought back. But yeah, that scene makes me emotional every time. Even though I've probably seen that scene like dozens of times. But yeah, I just love the theme of the Metroid Prime games, where you can just, you know, where you make like, you know, evil races go extinct and destroy like, you know, planets. I know Zark would love playing those. I know Zark would love playing the Metroid Prime games. Zark just wants to destroy the world and be able to do it in peace, and not be scolded by Ray. But at least he still has his. At least he still has Yusaku and his husband Yusaku and his babies. But yeah, thank you very much, Retro Studios. Thank you very much, Retro Studios, for providing us with such awesome games. It's such a blessing to have them, and even more of a blessing that we'll be getting Metroid Prime 4 soon. Because I'm like really looking forward to that game. But yeah, I love Samus so much. You know, she is my, you know, she's my wife, and she is my favorite character from the Metroid games, and she's just so badass. And also want to kind of go over something I remember I talked in the, it was last stream, regarding the new Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 series. Yeah, because for Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s, I'm hoping for the best, but expecting the worst, because, you know, and my expectations for it are very low due to the Arc 5 ending and Vrains in general. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 is like the actual first Yu-Gi-Oh! Series I'm not looking forward to, and after watching the trailer, I'm not really interested in it though. Because with Duel Monsters, GX, 5D, Zexal, Arc 5, and Vrains, when I saw the trailers to them and I watched them, I was interested in them and looking forward to them. Sevens is actually the first series I'm just not looking forward to and not really interested. But I'll still watch and give it a chance. But yeah, you know that's saying something about your series when, so, like, my favorite thing is Yu-Gi-Oh! And already, like, the new series, I'm just like, not really looking for it nor interested into it. Also, some more Yu-Gi news I recently heard about was that they're getting rid of rares and main sets, starting with Eternity Code. They're getting rid of special editions, getting rid of sneak peeks, getting rid of short prints, discontinuing Legendary Duelist sets, and not bringing the Rush Duel cards / box to TCG. My thoughts on that, sort of, I'm gonna put the game on pause because I'm really bad at like trying to do two things at the same time. But getting rid of rares I find stupid. Getting rid of special editions I find stupid because, you know, special editions, you know, the promos you get good reprints, and lately we get some imports, and it also helps reprint the cards in the main set. The main set's the first and help bring the price down. Getting rid of sneak peeks. I've never gone to a sneak peek before, but I feel that's also a stupid idea to get rid of. Them getting rid of short prints, I doubt that. They're always going to do that. Discontinuing Legend Duel sets. I have a love-hate with Legend Duel sets. Like, I love the support that the older decks get, but I hate how they short print them. So I'm actually kind of glad they're discontinuing those sets, honestly, because, you know, if you're just gonna be greedy about it, might as well discontinue it. And then not bring the Rush Duel card / products to TCG. I'm happy for that because we don't need any more firewood. It's already bad enough we have this firewood called Speed Duel products. We don't need firewood material called Rush Duel products. We don't need that. Because the only card game I'm playing is the original card game. I do not like the other two card games. Ugh. But what does that news kind of say for you? Like, to me, that the news they put out where they're discontinuing things and not bringing stuff over, that really shows that not enough. That it just, by the sounds of it, to me, it sounds like, you know, they're going out of business, which it looks good on them too. And it also screams me not enough people are supporting it because, you know, because that's what the news to me sounds like, is that, you know, they're not bringing over this product to us or discontinuing things. That just shows not enough people are supporting it. And looks like they're going out of business, which, again, I don't blame people for not supporting it because, yeah, because I don't support them either. I love Yu-Gi-Oh, but I refuse to support Konami. So, but yeah, you know, you screwed up when you're basically your customers / player base are just, you know, what was it? When your customer / player base just wants to get you where it hurts or wherever, and just, like, you know, make you go to business. Because the reason people don't support the reason why people aren't supporting Konami is because, you know, they're greedy and they only care about themselves. So that's what happens. especially because the Yu-Gi-Oh content they've been creating lately for like the anime, the manga, the card game, the video games has not even been quality content. It's just been just poorly written, poorly put together, and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, and then you wonder why nobody supports it. So that's why. But yeah, the only thing I'm really looking forward to from Eternity Code basically is just the Marinta's cards. That's it. Like this two whole cards, and depending on whatever they import. Kind of wish they would have waited till the set afterwards, since the set after that's Rise of Duelist, which right now I don't know how they're gonna do it. It's the first set for the 7 series, but with the 7 series, it's gonna be like a whole new card game. So I'm just wondering, is like the whole Rise Duel set going to be all Rush Duel cards, or is it going to be some Rush Duel cards mixed with some original card game cards? Like I don't know how that's going to go about how they're going to go about doing that. So I guess I'll have to wait and see. I think till around April when they start, or probably not April, but I think like maybe next month or March when they start actually announcing cards for Japan. Probably around then we'll figure out what's going on there, because I'm curious what's going to go on, because it's not like how was the previous series where they actually kept adding in. Where it was like all the previous series they added were based off the original card game, whereas Rush Duels isn't. So because the thing is with like if you think back to like for example Code of the Duelist, the first set for Vrains, they were still printing cards for the Arc 5 series, and that's what I'm wondering, is Rise Duelist gonna print more cards for Vrains? Because yeah, Eternity Code was like the last main set for Vrains, but that doesn't mean they're gonna stop there in the main sets, because with Code of the Duelist they were still printing cards from Arc 5, and then after that, I think Circuit Break is when they stopped, though. At least like the main set part, not meaning the actual imports and stuff like that. But that's what I'm wondering though, because that's what I'm still hoping that I get Trickstar Birdhelm and Trickstar Vision printed in Rise of Duelist. Otherwise, that'll probably be the last chance we'll get for Vrains cards, and of course there's other cards too. Just the only decks from the Vrains series I was really ever interested in were Trickstars and Marincess, but yeah, because I already have all the Marincess cards printed for the anime that I want, and I of course wouldn't mind seeing more. Because I feel like Trickstars and Marincess got gypped because Konami's sexist, and their main focus in that series was the male characters. Like they're so eager to print cards of the male characters, but hesitant on printing cards of the female characters. And it's because basically Vrain's main focus was Yusaku, Takura, and Ryoken. Like that's their main focus there, was those 3 characters, and then just everyone other characters like, huh? Who are these characters? It's like not everyone's always in the male characters decks. That's what Konami does. They put all their eggs in one basket. Also, because also even cares like Go, like they try to make like Go out to be like one of the most amazing characters. I don't know, like they try and say like, oh, he's like he's like if Gowood didn't exist in Vrains would have still run normally. Like I like this character in season 1, but after that, it was just awful. I feel like they could have just done without Go though, but to prioritize his cards, like printing all of his Gokis and his Dino Wrestler cards. I know they forgot I know they forgot to print 2 Goki effect monsters from season 3. Yeah, I don't I don't really I don't really see the point of that there. But yeah, it's like, sorry, I can't multitask, so I can't do 2. But yeah, it kind of seems weird that it's like, Aui's more of an important character than Go. Like, why does he have to have it? Why is all his cards prioritized being printed? Especially because the cards that get the most hype I see more is like Trickstars and Rinses are cards I see people are more interested in though, because I hear about, that stuff going to tournaments and stuff like that over like Gokis and Dino Wrestlers. So it's just like, why are you not printing Aui's cards? Like, oh wait, you're sexist. That's right. You don't do that sort of thing. But yeah, I feel like you should be prioritizing printing the Trickstar and Marinta's cards over the Gokis and Dino Wrestlers. Not saying don't print any more of those cards of those decks, but I just love how they're more focused on printing Gokis and Dino Wrestlers from a character that really has no relevance to the story at all in Vrains over a character that actually has a huge impact on the storyline of the game. Like, that's like the main female protagonist. Yeah, we know, you gotta love your cheap cards. If this is supposed to be a snow deck, that's not even a snow card. Or ice counter card. That's just a cheapo card. Thank you for the freeze your field spell. But yeah, if I had to go over other cards that because with the Eternity Code, I feel like they left out a lot of stuff there. Like, cause like I know I mostly want to see Trickster Bird Helmet and Trickster Vision getting printed, but there's some other cards that I saw they could also that they could also print there. Because like they missed, I think it's like, was it called Tindangle Returner? I don't know, it's a Tindangle Effect Moss in print. Yeah, there's 2 Goki Effect monsters that weren't printed from Season 3. What else was there? That at Ignister Link 1 monster didn't get printed. Ryo can use the Dragon Effect monster didn't get printed. There was 2 Salmongrade Effect monsters that didn't get printed. And this is all Season 3 stuff I'm talking about, except for the 2 Trickstar cards. Those were from Season 2. else was there? I think what else there was. I think it was mainly, I know there's like 9 cards in the game. I could see them that I feel like should have been printed though. Yeah, those two Trickster cards, those 2 Goki cards, the 2 Sound Great Monsters, that Dragon card Ryokan used, that Tindangle Returner, that Ignister Link 1 monster. There's at least 9 cards, and then also like because we're still missing the Light and Dark Charmer Link monsters. What is it? They printed a Dragon Maid effect monster. That's the Dark Tree, but they never printed the Dragon form to there. So there's another card I feel like they should be doing. And the Code Talker deck, there's those effect monsters that go in the main deck. They're the code monsters, like for example, Codex Spores, the Wind Attribute. I feel like they still need to print those ones. But of course they're dumb. They don't do what they're supposed to. Like I just named off like a lot. Like I just named off a lot of archetypes right there that can get more cards for, but they won't do that. That'd be doing stuff the smart way and the right way, but stream time this year. No, we're not doing that anymore. See, I say it for your cheapo cards. You want to make it so I'm stuck at this scale? Well, there you go. Now you lose your trap card. There, now I get that back in there. Of course, we just so happen to have that. But yeah, I'd still like to see some more support for Trickstars and Marinsas. Like, even if Trickstar, Bird Vision get printed, I'd still like to see more support for them, like another effect monster, so they have at least 10 effect monsters, and, you know, another fusion monster, another Link 1 and another Link 4. Because again, I feel like that deck got gypped support from the anime. Because, like, was it episode 56? And that was like not even, like, there's 120 episodes, so like not even halfway through the anime, the deck's done. Which I thought that was kind of, like, yeah, I'm happy they brought Marinsas because it's like the first water deck I got into. Like, I do love, like, there are 2 water decks I love. I love is Alexis's Snow Ice counter deck, as you kind of just saw in that duel there. And Marin's Water Wing Beast deck. But the decks didn't seem like the Snow Water deck was in the manga, and I guess a little bit in the anime when she was, of course, part of the Society of Light. And I love Marin's Water Wing Beast deck. I just love those decks. I guess like the ice theme behind is why I like them, but they barely print any of the cards from them, and they basically just turn them into a series of cards as opposed to an archetype. Like they're still printing like cards like Crystal Girl and the Icebound God from the manga, but they're just making it generic water cards as opposed to an actual archetype of the Snow Ice counter card. So it's kind of hard to like kind of build a deck off those two. But I have all the cards, so if they ever do something based off it, I'll be ready. But the only really water deck they've actually turned to archetype is the Marincess card. That's why I was really happy they made Marincess, though. I'm just thinking, you know, you could have had, you could have given Miyu the Marincess cards though, and then let Aoi continue to duel the Trickstar, so both Marincess and Trickstars get a duel in the anime, so both decks still get to show themselves in the anime, and then we would have had, still would have had the Marincess cards, but we would have had more Trickstar cards. But of course, Konami don't like showing female characters because it's got to be all more focused on the male characters. And that's exactly what I see with the new Sevens, is like they're hyping up 3 male characters. My interest is mostly in the, I think her name was it Roman Kirishima? I think that's her name. I'm actually more interested in her, but they made it so that they said, oh, like, she's not interested in duels, which, go figure. They're just going to make the 7 series more focused on the male characters. I don't know. I always get interested in the characters that because the characters they usually overhype, I'm just like, not into the overhyped characters. I'm more into the characters that kind of just, I don't know what you want to call them, the outcasts or whatever. You can let me know what kind of characters you're into from Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, cause I like the protagonist though. Like, don't get me wrong, I do love the protagonist though. Because my favorite's Jade and Yugia, and of course Yugi's awesome. Yusei, Yuma are also awesome. Yusaku is too. But yeah, the overhyping is just, and when they don't like give fair screen time to female characters, just not fair. Especially because I feel like if Aoi was the main protagonist, the series would have been written a lot better, because she was written much better than Yusaku. Again, nothing against Yusaku. And also, like, I do love, when Shibi also became Blue Maiden though. Like, I do love her Blue Maiden avatar. It's just I kind of would have wished the route that was taken was that she'd stay as Blue Girl, use Trickstars, Miyu would get the Marincess cards, and they would just both duel using their respective decks. Miyu with Marincess and Blue Girl Trickstars, or Aoi with Trickstars. Because yeah, even Marincess got gypped a lot in anime too. Like, it only got 3 whole duels. Like yeah, they print all the cards from the duel against Haru. Bowman was, I still say she won the duel against Bowman. They're just sexist there. That really screamed it there to me. And then, yeah. And if they didn't end Vrain so prematurely, we would have seen more Marincess cards. But that's what happens when you don't know what you're doing. It's kind of like how they rushed the ending of Arc 5 just to get to Vrains, and then Vrains was just, I feel like it was a train wreck from the beginning. It was like poorly written. Like, yeah, there were some good moments here and there. I'm not saying it's bad. Like, it was, I wouldn't say it's the best series ever, but I'm not gonna say it's bad. It was I don't know. If it wasn't for the Zaizens, I would have just not even been interested in the series. Like, that's the only reason I was actually interested in Vrains, just because of the Zaizens. Well, thank you for the free 2 cards. Wait, I thought this was supposed to be like an Arcana Force deck. When did he ever use the agents in the anime? That's not how you bring out the card anyway. Also, I kind of find it strange that they just so happen to have that perfect hand like that. Like, yeah, like that would totally happen. Yeah, these aren't even Arcana Force cards. What are these doing in the deck? Like, do we not know the spell? Like, that says Mistical Theagent. Do we not? Does that not spell Arcana Force? Yeah. So what's that doing there? No worries, that thing's been going anyway. You fell for it. That's for not playing Arcana Force deck. Here, just to shut the card up from doing it. Ugh. One thing I do not like about these games, it does not leave you alone. What's that? Everything fixed to that fusion monster. Also, when I was noticed looking through all the things in here, you left out the Supreme King. Isn't that like the main part of Season 3? But yeah, going back to what I was saying before about the whole, like, what I'd like to see, like, more hopes for Trickstars and Marincess deck, though. As far as Trickstars, yeah, I'd like to see Trickstar Bird Helm and Trickstar Vision get printed. Another Fusion Monster, another Link 1, and another Link 4 monster, along with another Trickstar Effect monster. As much as I like using like Honest and Dark Angel in my deck, though, I prefer to kind of like take those two cards out, one for Bird Helm and then one for another Trickstar Effect monster. As far as Rinzis goes, I'd like to see about 3 more effect monsters get printed, so we have like 10 monsters for the deck. Another spell card and another trap card would be cool to see for that deck. But of course, I'm not holding my breath for that because Konami doesn't care about female characters or their decks. Switch it up actually. I think I'll use the other deck here. How many monsters are in this deck again? Here we go with the bad shuffling system again. That's two hands in a row where you screwed up the hands. Pretty sound over half the deck is monsters, and what do? They give you all these spells and traps. That's why I prefer the real life duels, because at least you can actually shuffle it properly, and if you get a bad hand, just reshuffle. Not be stuck with this. Kind of like if somebody's like playing a video game and you just like basically take away the control and not let them play. That's basically what it's like when you do something like that. But like that's kind of I feel like a lot with Yu-Gi-Oh, with when these games do that to you. That's why I kind of like to play the. That's why that's why I enjoy the games more that are more skill knowledge based, not just pure luck based like this here. Because at least I remember when I played the older Yu-Gi-Oh games, the shuffling systems were never that bad. Now they just really made them bad. Especially because they make sure that you get a bad hand, and then they make sure that they get the perfect hand. I'm being forced to use this here. Oh, quit bothering me to activate the card. Like, this is another reason why I do not like these games, because it's like, oh, we constantly keep pestering you to play this card. It's like, I do not want to play that card. Oh my god, just leave me alone. Again, the reason I like the real life dueling, because it's not as bad as this, because this one just forces you to use cards and ends up messing your strategy up because it doesn't leave you alone. Now, because of the game forced me to use a card, then the strategy gets all messed up here. Like, no. Oh, quit making me try to activate a card I do not want to activate right now. See, this is why I like the real life duel, because this thing's so annoying. There, now you can stop bothering me to use a card. Probably would have had this duel done sooner, but you won't stop bothering me to activate a trap card that I don't want to activate. There, now you filled your whole zone. Now you can't do anything there. Oh my god, hurry up. Hell, if you didn't bother me use a trap card, this duel wouldn't be going on 19 turns here. Ugh. No, I'm not going to use the card. Next time, don't quit bothering to use a trap card. That's one they don't like with some of these games, that the controls are so messed up that apparently just it keeps bothering you until you accidentally press the wrong button. It's just like, quit bothering me to use a card. No reason why I'm really not a fan of these Yu-Gi games they make now. Because you gotta like hold down the one button so it stops bothering you. And the button right beside is, oh yes, activate, and then it's like, here you go getting all this again. ahead and banish everything. I'll have nothing left to use. Also, another thing I would have liked to have seen, like, because if they also did continue the brains animating with more, like, it would have also been nice to see, like, a Link 7 and a Link 8 monster, because that's something they never really ever did. It just seemed like the only thing that Link Sony ever did evolution-wise is just going up from, like, Link 5 to 6, and then, like, the only other thing they did was, like, the anime-only Link spell cards, but they never printed that, so... Yeah, and here's a deck that they're going to be printing soon too, at least from what I've heard, which I'm actually really happy about. Because they did, like, it was like some sort of poll, like, oh, pick which anime deck you want to see printed next. They didn't include all of them in there, but they include some. And his, like, the Fossil deck was one, and I didn't vote for it though, but that's the deck, like, out of all the ones they posted the options, his deck I want to see printed the most though. His Fossil deck, because that deck's really that deck is really cool and really awesome. Of course, it does fusion summoning, so you know I love fusion summoning. So I'm really looking forward to seeing seeing that deck, because the other ones they had were like Son of Alans and Drones. Personally, there are ones I didn't feel were like there are some other like interesting ones or two, but yeah, Fossils, I want to see that one printed first. Then I would say if I had to go for a second one, Son of Alans, which that I think was what got the second place was Son of Alans. So I'm gonna assume they'll probably do Fossils and Son of Alans, but I mainly want to see his deck get printed just because GX is my favorite series, and I just love his Fossil. It was really cool, the whole fusion summoning from the graveyard thing, and plus using your opponent's monsters. Because they've actually printed two of the Fossil. Well, actually, yeah, they printed two Fossil cards so far, like Fossil Tusker and Fossil Dino Pachycephalo. And then they also printed Gaiaplate the Earth Giant, so they have printed a few of his cards, but not very many though. It's kind of like the same with the Darkness cards, how they only print like, was it Darkness Destroyer and Darkness Neosphere, and then the Clear World cards only printed Clear Vice Dragon and Clear World. Because, see, that's why I say, like, if it wasn't for all this pack filler of cards that weren't from the anime and the manga that they keep printing, like archetypes that weren't in the anime or the manga, like for example the World Legacy cards, yeah, if they didn't print all that stuff, they would have, you know, we would have had Son of Alans by now or other decks. And so I'm like, you wouldn't have to do this poll if you quit printing pack filler. Oh, thank you for that. Now I can just... I can just bring this monster and get its effect off. Thank you for that, Gilosaurus. Carl stop bothering me to use it. I just love his character. I love a lot of the GX characters. This is so awesome. I just love when he was carrying around, was it with him Shirley? Shirley's so cute, I love her. She's my baby. This is going on for. Gonna go a little bit longer because I was ranting. Was that even worth the 800 life points? Didn't know that was a Cyber Dragon card. But yeah, the one thing I remember also back from the GX anime is, was it Jaden and Jesse's first duel? The very words that Jesse said though, and that's words I like to go by too with the card game, which I know probably make a lot of people butthurt. That is, why would I want to destroy, use like, destroy stuff by effects, not have like a cool battle phase where I can just battle my opponent's monsters, whatever. Basically referring to dueling the proper way, not dueling the cheapo way, like, using cheapo cards like Raigeki and Darkhold, like getting the easy way out. I still remember that, and I love that part too, because that's just awesome though to hear something like that, because again, that's the way dueling should be, and not using cheapo cards like that. Because like, that's no fun. That's like basically as you would call it, dirty fighting is what you'd call. use their deck now. less cards in the deck that are gonna keep bothering me to activate them. Yes, I have like other decks than just this two, just these two built in here. I basically have all the main decks in play built on here, except for like, of course, the ones that came out after the card game databases things up too. So there's still some like Arc 5 decks and other decks that are not even on here. I just feel like using these ones right now. But I still use my other decks even off stream. Oh great, here go the cheapo cards. Of course, when it comes to using, when we use continuous spells, we always have to put that in the deck. Yeah, because that card always has to be in every deck. Why do you have to have two of those cards? Good, thank you for getting rid of it. You can use continuous spells to bring out Haman. Don't use that cheapo card. I'll use it so you just stop bothering me. So 1, 2, 3, 4 duels left. You know, there's also, I can assume this is versus Dark Jesse. You do know between here is Supreme King. You know, like the main antagonist of Season 3. Well, how they could forget that. Of course, there's other duel scenarios, but that's just like the main one I can think of. You know. Yeah, that's someone else wants to be printed too. Those advanced crystal beasts, even though they're pretty much almost like almost their original counterpart, but still print those cards. But yeah, as far as what I feel like video game wise goes, I feel like this will probably not this game. The Link Evolution game will probably end up being like the last actual video game they make, because if they make anything more after that, it'll just probably be based off the 7 series, which I know for myself, like I said, Link Evolution is the last Yu-Gi-Oh game I'm ever getting, because like I said, I'm not getting a game for Rush Duels, and I know the Arc 5 manga volume comes out this June or whatever is the last volume. That's like the last manga I'll be picking up, because I think they've stopped the manga after that, from what I've heard, from what I've seen actually. But yeah, that'll that'll be like the actual last, like, you know, manga I'll ever get, and actual last ever Yu-Gi-Oh product I'm ever gonna buy, just because yeah, love Yu-Gi-Oh, but don't want to support the actual company. But yeah, I feel like I said, I feel like they're probably be our video game or manga again. And if there is, I'll probably not do that. Probably be interested in it, because yeah. At least the other interests I'm into are, like, at least they're doing really good, like Pokemon and My Hero Academia. Return of the Supreme King. But the Supreme King was never here, because look at this. Between these two should have been Supreme King, so where was the Supreme King to begin with? I'll have to look at like the best scenarios. I'm sure they did with the other series as well. At least they're actually adding more to Link Evolution. That game to me just felt incomplete. Like I haven't started yet though, and I don't want to start till like after I finish this game. But I also want to wait for the big update it's getting. And hopefully they add like the rest of seasons 1, all 2, and 3 to the game though, for like the content, like campaign, whatever it is, and then add all the Trickstar Marintis cards. Because like I saw like the card list of what's in there, and they only have like half the Trickstar cards right now, so I'm just like waiting. And plus I got art games I can play while I wait for then, so it doesn't really matter. But that will be some point this year, I don't know when, because they haven't announced it. What has it been going on for here? Not as long as I actually thought it was. Go ahead and take the bait card. I'm not going to do anything with it anyway. They also have the clear world cards. That's something I love to see too. Seeing season 4 of GX getting dubbed, and those 5Ds episodes that were never dubbed get dubbed. But of course, what happens when they dub stuff? It gets cringy. More Chibo cards, well, I'm not surprised. It just all uses Chibo cards? Of course, they so is having to draw 2 of those in their first hand. Guess what happens next? The card comes back because it's a pendulum, so it just comes right back. Also, would have liked to have seen how the conclusion to the duel, whether even no matter whatever it is, Jane loses, Yugi loses, or excuse me, Yami Yugi or Atem loses, because that's also something else I would have loved to have seen about how they. Because I really do like. Of course, GX is my favorite. GX is my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh series. Then be Arc 5. Then I would say Zexal. Then 5Ds. Then Duel Monsters. Then Brains. And obviously, I'll put 7s at the bottom because I'm really not interested in it right now. But yeah, I would have loved to have seen how that duel would have ended though, at the very end though. As opposed to just having like a no result thing, because that would have been really cool to see at least the end result. Okay, that should be it for this series at least. Except of course I'll do all the reverse duels off stream here, because like I already have all this done here. Locked quite a few here. I think the rest of those will be from the reverse duels. And then of course this series I have all done though. So in the next stream we'll be doing this, which I don't think there's as many here. I think this one has like 18, this one has like 11, I think this one has like maybe like a couple less than 18, I think maybe like 16, 17, I don't know, but this will be the next stream we'll be doing, will be the 5D series, and then after it'll be the Zexa series, and then the Arc 5 series. So I hope you're all looking for the future live streams. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this live stream, and I won't be streaming again though, but I'll try to see if I can stream tomorrow. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed the stream. Stay tuned to the next one, which will be doing the complete the 5D series. And this is Supreme Queen, signing off.